YouTube, YouTube does. Oh, wow. YouTube does explain why they take down videos. They do explain why they block them in some territories. They do explain copyright notifications. It frustrates me to no end when I hear a content creator.
Doug
Whoops,
Bot
I
said,
got to
"I'm
listen to
working
this.
here."
Hang on a minute. There, that works. I got audio confirmation. It frustrates me to no end when content creators say YouTube took my video down, deleted my video with no explanation. They won't tell me why. I've asked them, and they tell me why. And I'm going to show you that they tell me why. And I don't think I have any ideas to suggest to them how they could do better at it. I think they do really, really well. And I am addressing this today because of a couple of recent community members or around the community that had issues. Scott Merrill, Ask Your Computer Guy, love your stuff. Scott and I have not connected directly yet, but he had an issue recently, and I didn't see him show the email that he received. I'm going to show the email that I received and show what a beautiful job YouTube does of explaining why. Also, Ken Stout published a video yesterday about an issue that he had, and so I'm going to dive into that. He didn't have quite the right understanding of it, and I'm going to show that a little deeper. Now, to say that YouTube does a great job of explaining it is kind of like saying the IRS does a great job of explaining the tax laws. Well, yes, they do, but it's a very complex environment, so there are complexities. But they do show why, at least for me. So I'm going to show how they notified me and what level of detail they went into. And I'm hoping that in Scott's instance, especially, that he might see how to find it. Because when you get hit with one of those emails saying your video is taken down or removed, I think is the word they use, there's an emotional level there for anybody, and it's easy to not see the information that they're giving you. Okay, so here I'm going to get right into it. If you came to this video because of the title or the thumbnail, which I might be changing to address this subject, I'm going to try to deal with this subject at the beginning of this video. Hopefully it won't take the whole length of this video. Okay, so over here, I have 3 emails I have lined up for today. So here's a notification for about video cannot be monetized. So this is dealing with
Read
Ken
chat,
Stout's
please.
issue. Now, when you hear if you're new to this channel, when you hear these read chat messages, it's because somebody is in the chat room trying to get my attention. I see that, John, thank you. Then this one is YouTube removed your content. So this one is specifically towards Scott's experience, and I'm probably going to go into that right now after coming over and reminding myself what I've got here. This is a point in Ken Stout's video that he posted yesterday. So let's come back to this one that relates to Scott. This one, YouTube removed your content. It looks like this title name didn't follow community guidelines. We removed it from YouTube. That is not true. Not the part about community guidelines. Yes, it did violate community guidelines, but it's not removed. It's still accessible. I can still get to it. And I'm going to show you how. It's like the tax law. It's a little, you got to jump through a couple of hoops. Review and take action button right here. Here's what we found. Content that shares, threatens to share, encourages others to share non-public, personally identifiable information isn't allowed on YouTube. This may include individuals' home address, email address, sign-in credentials. So this gives me a clue of what's going on. I'm not going to go read the policy because that's enough of a high-level summary for me. You can see an example around 1:59. I've heard a lot of content creators come on a video and say that YouTube won't tell me why, but they don't. In all of the occasions that I've been frustrated with, they haven't shown this email. Are you getting an email that doesn't show this? Don't tell me you are. Show me, please. I want to document it. I want to see it if that's actually true, because I've had this happen and it's here. But we're not done with this. Let's look at some other things. Now down here, we use a combination of automated systems. I've seen some occasions where a content creator will say they've had this problem and people will come up in comments or in chat and say, hey, they use AI. That's not a secret that they use AI. They're telling us right here, not a secret. Okay, so don't get upset about it. Then if I go to this 1:59, click on that, and it takes me to this place that says the video has been removed. So I can't see it from that link. Now, right there, you might be thinking as a content creator, they're not telling me anything. They're saying this is an example right here, but look at this, view in studio. Okay, it's easy to miss this when you're on an emotional level. So I'm going to click on that. This should take me to YouTube Studio and open right up in here, harassment, cyberbullying. It's showing the frame right here where the problem is. It's taken me to the exact point. And what's happening here is I unintentionally, inadvertently, showed my contacts list. It shows names and phone numbers and email addresses. At this level, it's pretty blurred out, so I don't think this is going to be a problem. It says this content is removed from YouTube. No, it is not removed from YouTube. It is removed from public view. It's removed from unlisted view. It's removed from private view. I want to say that it is removed from the visibility choices. But watch this. I'm gonna mute it. There's nothing audio. It's just me talking on the video with a guest. I'm gonna click the play button and watch this. I can drag the playhead through here. I can watch the whole video. I can listen to the whole video. It's not removed. It's still there, and I can even see it. I cannot edit it, so I can't take out that portion. But if I have that content locally on my computer, and they look, they even have this hash mark right here. I mean, how helpful is that? Yes, thank you, please. Really, really good. What more could you possibly ask for? So I get very, very frustrated when I see people come on and say, my video was taken down. They won't tell me why. I asked them what, so you sent them emails, yeah, whatever, asking why. They've already shown you. They're not going to respond to that because their automated system has already done that. It works well. Can you tell I'm frustrated with this? Now, then here's take action. Now, let's go look at something else here. If I just go look for this video in my content list, I just highlighted that and copied that. Before we go there, we'll take a look at take action. I got to do a mute button for a moment. Hold on. Take action. Gives an option to edit the video. Oh, I said a moment ago I can't edit the video. Well, not in the normal place, but let's see if, does this take me to it? Yeah, it takes me to the editor. Look at those red lines right there. Shows me exactly where the problem is. And does it give me, the timestamp is one example where we found, there may be other instances, so you got to look for that perhaps. I don't think there are other instances in this video, so I'm not going to go right over it because I'm not sure if that's going to still show blurred, but you could edit it out from right here and then ask for a review. And that video may come back online with the views that it already had, perhaps without losing the views. Okay, so I mean, I didn't even realize this would take me here. I didn't go explore that. Choose one way to edit, see, select the option that will do the best job at removing the policy. And then this dot here looks like, oh, blur. Next. Anyway, I've seen sometimes where they'll automatically go edit the piece for you. I don't know if this is going to take us there, but I've made my point. So let me move back to my content list. I am going to leave this, go to my content, and that was an unlisted live stream. It never went live, never was intended to. It was a one-on-one thing that I did with somebody. They were actually helping me with a problem. But here's the 1 of 2 and here's the 2 of 2. This 2 of 2 is the one that has the problem. Notice there's no thumbnail, but it still shows in my list of videos. I just can't change the visibility. See right here? Visibility removed. It's removed from the visibility list. The video itself is not deleted. The video itself is not removed. The video is still there. Its visibility capability is removed, is the way I'm interpreting that. Okay, now, calm down, Doug. I wasn't going to address this issue just from Scott's experience, which I totally empathize with. But then when Ken Stack came up with one yesterday that I saw this morning, I said, okay, I got to speak up, because it just would not leave my mind. It's just running in my mind over and over and over. Okay, so let's get on, because there might be some people new to my channel watching this video where I've perhaps changed the title. So it's something about YouTube does give great detail about why they take down videos, or copyright violations. So now let's move on to Ken Stout's experience. Oh, no, this was, I got to show my experience here with a copyright. Trader John Mellencamp, Jack and Diane, that was my trader for today's show. You can go click on a link in the description of this video that'll take you to the trader that I played this morning. I do a lot of these. Let's see, I think right over here, let's see, where did I have? Yeah, see, these are all video cannot be monetized. These are all what I call copyright notifications. I'm not aware that YouTube actually uses that terminology. But let me show you how this notification works. Content owners, UMG, content type, audio, video. Pay attention to that. There's going to be a quiz. Audio, video is a content type. There's going to be a quiz. Pay attention to that. Not monetizing. I can edit out the segment, submit a dispute, re-upload, view all actions. So if I go here to view all actions, it's going to show me where this or more information about. Yeah, here's the video cannot be monetized, and then go into see details. Just go straight to this. Don't bother trying to go find that video. Just go straight to see details. And then here, content found in from 00 to 257. Well, this video is 2 minutes 58 long. Well, the whole video has the music. If you click on this, it'll take you straight to that point. Now, as long as I don't play that, it's okay. If there's multiple places, you can click on those links. It's going to take you straight to the place in that video, so you can see what was going on. And then take action. The only things here I got is dispute, erase song, replay. Those actions are not available to me for this. Probably because it's so much of the video. If it was just a tiny portion, I think it would trim out the segment. This is the automated part. Okay. Now, so that's my experience, the way it comes to me on copyright. Now let's move on to Ken's experience. If I come back here, this link gets me straight to his video, but actually easier than that, I've got, oh, is this giving me, is that giving me a advertisement? Oh, it went on to a different video. Anyway, out here, I have this grouping of tabs, copyright issues. See this black line through here? These are all the tabs that I came up with on my other computer related to this subject. So I'm going to click through these. It was a Ken Stout Tuesday night test that's 2 hours long. That's the one that he got the issue. I'm going to come to here. You know what? No, I actually do need this. I need to get back to this link. This should take me to the point in his video. Yeah. Where he is showing the email that he got. Perfect. This is what any content creator should do when they, in my opinion, when they say YouTube took it down and won't tell me why, did not tell me why, because you'll find that in the email, like I just demonstrated with my own for a video taken down. Now this one is for copyright, but notice something here: content type, video. I said there'd be a quiz. What's missing from here? What's missing from here? And Stout, can you answer that? In Ken's video here, he refers to that he doesn't even like Johnny Depp. And as soon as I heard him say that, all through the rest of his video, he refers to Johnny Depp. This is not Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is spelled D-E-P-P. Phil Stogg correctly says audio is missing. Yes. This is not Johnny Depp. This is Johnny Depp, different person. I don't think he realized that, not throughout this video. Then moving on, uploaded June 19th, 2025. That's updated, not uploaded. That's when you received this message. Now there's a few twists and turns that I thought this would make a really good longer video where there's plot twists, because this has plot twists, but I just can't take the time for that because I got too much other stuff to do. So he goes into view all actions. Good thing to do. And then here, let's take a look at this. I'm going to make this bigger. Okay, so here's the name of the video. He goes trying to find that. He pauses the video and tries to find that. That's a waste of time. You should have just gone straight to details. And content type, visual, V-I-S-U-A-L, clue. See, this could have been one of the plot twists later. Instead of throwing this at you right at the beginning, that's a clue. Are tracks from the creator music missing? This is misdirection. This has got nothing to do with music. This has got nothing to do with audio. Okay? I think Ken's only beginning to realize that. I don't think he realized that until he's hearing me say that right now. Now, I'm letting it play again. I think I have to, at some point here, I have to drag forward to get to the next piece that I want to show. Moving forward. Let's see, if I drag up, and then I can get details. See those thumbnails at the bottom? Okay, video cannot be monetized. Nothing in here talks about music. Down here again, Johnny Depp, aka Johnny Depp, or I should say Johnny Depp, aka Depp, visual. When are we going to get to details? He does eventually get to the details button. So I'm going to hold down shift and press period. See that thing up at the top? It shows that I'm going faster. Now this part here, all of these are clickable. These are the timestamps. He doesn't click on them. Instead, he tries to find that video, and then he maneuvers to 2 minutes 39 or whichever one he chooses to try to figure out what's going on. Just click these. These take you right to these. They're very specific. How could you ask for more detailed information from YouTube? It takes you straight to those. Now, so 239. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I think that's all I need in here. You see that the finger pointing there? He doesn't actually click. He pauses his recording and then searches for that video. So that 239. Let's go to that. His video out here somewhere. Here it is. 605. Let's go back to 239. Now I can't click on those links that were showing on his video. Go back to 239. Okay, there is no music playing in the background. There is no audio. Remember, this is not an audio copyright issue. It says visual. What's visually happening right here? You see a globe, right? Let's move forward a little bit. And when he goes search for Mood Cosmo, Johnny Depp, you can find Johnny Depp, Mood Cosmos. And this is the exact wording of that notification. Johnny Depp, Mood Cosmos, Plastic City. Here's that actual video. Well, what about that? Look at that. It's a video problem, not an audio problem. Ken South says, nor is it a video or visual, just saying. Okay, this is visual, this is video. This is the problem right here. Telemarketer, go away. Now, let me show this. There's some more plot twists here. Let's go into this deeper. Now, here is Deep Cosmos. This is the actual Johnny Deep. This is the audio that you can actually purchase the audio for your own use, not for republication. Here's Johnny Deep, Mood, Cosmos, Plastic City, 419 views. And Plastic City is actually a YouTube channel name as well as their business name. Let's come a little bit further. Out May 2nd, 2025. Now here's one of those plot twists. So he got a copyright notification for something that he published 3 years ago because a copyright holder published May 2nd of 2025. Now you guys say, now hold on a minute. Something's wrong with this picture. Let's move on. Here is the Mood Cosmos original mix. This is that original sound, the music, which I think was the content creator's intention, was to copy, protect the music. I suspect that's what the content creator intended, but we got a little bit of IRS complicated tax law here. Plastic City, Deep House, and there's the date again. Should not have been a problem. This purchase does not give you the right to republish it on your videos. This purchase is for, most likely, if you read the fine print, most likely says for personal consumption. That's a mistake that some content creators make. There's somewhere in all of this, there was a reference to UM.1. So I want to check what UM.1 is. One of their music labels that they manage is Plastic City. So that's where their name showed up. Then coming over, let's see, what do I want to get to here? Next piece. This was somebody asking about, so I did a search here for, oh yeah, Dorito GmbH also came up in that notification. They are a music distributor. They act like a record label in some cases. This gives some more information about it and actually refers to them as a copyright troll. There are businesses out there that you can register your content with, whether it's audio or video or both, and they will go out there and hunt for other people publishing things that violate that copyright, even if it's older than when you registered that copyright with that service. Now, it could be challenged, but it might require court and lawyers involved to do that level of challenge. If Ken Stout were to do a, GoFundMe or something like that, there's a remote possibility from my amateur awareness from things that I have, videos, readings that I've done, that it's possible he might be able to challenge that he published that visual content before this person did, and therefore Ken Stout should be granted all of the income generated from this person's 2025 publication. But on this level, once somebody registers something with one of these services, I think it's very tough for you to challenge that. And Ken would have to take all of those visuals that have that wireframe globe, or possibly any of the other stuff that music video, if there's music and there's something visual, it's a music video.
Read chat, please.
That there may be of any of the other visuals in there. Could be challenged. It could be also a problem. Now, another thing, Ken could challenge it to YouTube And I haven't gone through that process. Ken has. He'll tell us in chat in a moment whether he has the capability. Can you give a reason why? And could you say that you published this 3 years prior to this copyright holder? Therefore, you're more entitled to the copyright than they are. Be interesting to see how they respond to that. I don't know if you can do that. So that gets deeper into the weeds than I have researched. But anyway, I thought those were interesting twists. Now let's go see what's saying in the chat. So I have taken up most of this video. So for the people that I said, if you're new around here and you came just because of this topic, I took longer than I thought I was. I think I covered most of the stuff I wanted to say. Now I got to go figure out where is my chat room, because what we actually do here is help people with Windows technical issues that they're having with their computers. That's the reason why this channel exists. And you can send questions to me by email at this address. I will send you a timestamp link to the place in the video where myself and the chat room address your question. You can leave comments on any of my videos. You can ask a question in the chat room. So let's go see if there's any questions in chat room and reactions to the things that I've said here about this subject today. And I already know that I don't have any outstanding email questions currently or outstanding questions in comments. I do need to let my regular audience know that I have a bunch of comments on videos right now, and I'll give a quick view of them, that I'm not going to address live because there's just too many of them. So for the time being, for the moment, I'm going to restrict my during live stream responses to comments to things that are actual questions of issues that people are having with their computers. So there's just too many of them for me to respond to. And part of that is because I haven't gone through these for quite a while during a show. Yeah, so that's what they are. So that's my acknowledgement of your comments. Now let's get to chat. Like I said, I was going to do 18 minutes ago. I can't even get up here to the beginning of the show. So I'm going to have to do the trick of going over to OBS. Okay, so over here on this side, and I think I can pop this out that way. Yeah. Can I make it bigger? Yeah, I can. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Top chat over here. How about bring it over here? Can I bring it back to this monitor where I'm used to doing things? Then change that maybe to live chat. Will that bring it back? So I can see the beginning. Doesn't show me timestamps. And that's not at the beginning either, is it? Okay, so I'm scanning to look for particular questions. Nope, I can't zoom that in. Okay, hire more people. Let's see if that will get me there to try to find that point. Yeah, okay. I'm still not convinced that I got back to the beginning of the chat. Ken's question again, audio. Did you rewind, Ken? Did you go back to the beginning? I've had audio from the beginning. Oh no, the word that was missing was audio. That's why you said that. Yeah, because it wasn't an audio issue. Scanning. Did I see part 2? I think you must be referring to his thingy-majigger technical term there. If I go over to Ken's stout, it could have put a link. Did I see part 2? Is there a reason why you're asking me that? That was a video part 2. I don't know what you're referring to there, Ken. It'll actually mean cannot be monetized. It means that I can't receive payment. It can be monetized for the whoever is receiving the money, but I can't monetize it, is what they mean. Mike's Unboxing was
Read chat,
removed.
please.
He was banned for a week because showing Windows Enterprise with key from advertiser for being harmful content. Yeah, all that I've heard about that is I don't know if he's actually shown his notification, his email that he's received. I have not followed that issue. I have heard that he's video removed and he was banned for a week. I don't know the details behind that, but I'm very, very frustrated when people just characterize something in a certain way. They say it was deleted, it was taken down. Show me what is the state. Show me in your content listing. Show me the email. I want to see stuff because people characterize things in ways that are not accurate. They might think they're accurate to their mind, but they're not. What was that last read chat? Ken Stout. Click on part 2. And well, I'm not going to do that during my live show. You have multiple videos that have part 2. Can you just paste a link into my chat? I am super, super busy. I'm super, super stressed right now with a ton of stuff.
Read chat, please.
Don't make me go find it. Oh, look at there, a question. And now it's in a read chat. So I'm going to focus straight on this because Martin Hogg, you did a read chat and a question. Man, I'm just going to go ahead and give that some love right now. Doug, I have a laptop, I guess one question. A laptop recently upgraded to Windows 11, all good except that when booting up desktop, loads okay, but gray taskbar takes another 20 seconds to load. Okay. When that's happening, come down to, well, the taskbar takes 20 seconds to load, but you can still get Task Manager with Control-Shift-Escape. So press Control-Shift-Escape. Check for what's really busy up here. It's probably going to be CPU or disk. That's going to be showing at 100%. So then click on that column heading. Task Manager should be very responsive because it takes priority over whatever's happening in the background. So now you can see what's happening over here. If it's a disk, click on that one and see what's taking up the activity here. It's probably one of Windows background management utilities that needs to complete its process at least once, maybe twice after that that upgrade. You did an upgrade to Windows 11. So my experience is just leave it alone, let it run, let it complete, and then restart the computer later and see if it's not responding properly quicker. Because whatever that background task that's running, some kind of a Windows management process most likely, once that completes once, maybe twice, then it shouldn't take as long on subsequent restarts. If it is, then there may be something else showing, and that list should give you a clue as to what's going on. You can give me a screenshot of that tomorrow and Saturday. You could let me connect remotely to it, and we can troubleshoot that deeper. Okay, there's another read chat, please, that just came in. Martin Hogg says thanks. Here's Ken's link. Okay, so 1 minute 37. Okay, so maybe you have more information in there about it. Because no, I do not have time to watch all the way through everybody's videos. Last night I was, man, I tell you what, last night was one of those times where you ever got a point where you just want to say, tell the world, stop spinning. I want to get off. And I just got back from 3 days of allegedly mini vacation. I do not feel refreshed, re-energized, ready to go. Harm to general public may be a valid statement in ways that you don't realize. Oh, so let's talk about this one. The one, Scott's. Carrie Holzman watched the video that was removed, no longer viewable by public or by Scott under normal circumstances. It was, and Carrie Holzman saw something that he suspected it was a reference to BitTorrent, and a visual reference to BitTorrent. And Carrie characterized or quoted Scott as saying, but why would they take that down when I was telling them not to do that? This is something that's known pretty well in the field, I believe would be sociology, where, and it's also referred to as, there is no such thing as bad publicity. So saying not to do something is kind of bad publicity. That doesn't mean people are not going to do that. Now, one of the very famous, well-known cases that demonstrates this is Nancy Reagan, back in whatever year that was. I'm not a good historian. She came up with this "Just Say No" campaign. Just say no to drugs is what it was about. And she recruited famous people, actors and celebrities, to come on screen and encourage people to just say no to drugs. And what happened is drug use went way up. Just, I don't know if it's fair to say skyrocketed, but it went way up directly as a result of her campaign to just say no. The thing is, there's a psychological thing. When you tell someone not to do something, what are they going to do? They're going to do it. You tell a kid, don't go outside, don't go out through that door. What's the kid going to want to do? He's going to want to go out that door. So what they found in interviewing people, when they interviewed people, they said, I started using drugs because I saw the Just Say No campaign. I saw these famous people who thought it was okay to try it. So if it was okay for them to try it, then it's okay for me to try it. I'll be able to say no because I'm better than them. Everybody thinks they're more disciplined and more capable than everybody else. So showing that on screen there was an algorithm that caught that visually. The algorithms that are listening to audio on our videos, the algorithms that are watching for video, those are two different algorithms, and they are algorithms. If such and such happens, do such and such. That's an algorithm. If then. So the algorithms that's looking at the videos, just looking at the video, and it says, no, this is dangerous, showing people, that gives people a clue how to find that stuff. So it is harmful to say, or don't do this, or don't do this. Now, in the case of Scott, where he's saying, don't go there, don't go to BitTorrent, don't download things from there, is that enough to trigger? Well, it wasn't for him. So I'm not sure where the fine line lies in all of that. All right, so there's my half-hour show, and plus 10 minutes of overtime. I am not going to be reading through chat. I am just far too stressed out and busy, things that I got to do with my normal business. This one right now, I told you a while back, asked me to tell you the story about this client and what's on that screen right now. Oh my God. Okay, stop looking at drugs and chat, Doug. Stop looking at chat and drug, Doug. Stop. I don't know. I've got a redirect set up for Carrie Holzman's Friday show, and I'm planning my normal Saturday show tomorrow, but life could happen. There's the email address. You can send a question there. Questions by email and questions and comments on videos and questions in chat take priority, because that's what this show is all about. Well, that was the intention.
Read chat,
All right.
please.
Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye. Which button? This one.
That's all, folks.
Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you dream. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts are simply where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you've dreamed. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply more deeply VB, like tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. Tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme.